Hello there, Michael here with a long overdue update on Radio General. Today I'll be showing you how I've made replays work. So while you're playing a mission, we need to save a number of variables and data so that we can later reload some sort of replay file and recreate the events of what happened inside a mission. And this will be pretty important since the game revolves around not showing you what happens. Having a good replay, viewer or system will be essential to seeing what actually happened during all that confusion. So this replay file is going to be a file that lives on your computer, so it can be loaded after the game is quit, so you can load replays after the fact. And this file is mostly going to consist of a list of orders that were given throughout the game. We can see here I've just got a diagram. This isn't quite what the file looks like, but it's got most of the features that are saved in it. We save a list of these orders, and these orders save a number of different fields that are important for it. So remember, orders are things we issue using our radio, and the most common one being here on the left we can see set destination. So for this order we can see that I was issued on the 23rd second into the match. We set the destination of Able Company, or one of your units, to some grid coordinates, 1.2 and negative 3.6. So every order records the time it was issued, what type of order it is, who it's being issued to, so what unit, and sometimes extra information like some grid coordinates. What we're going to be doing when we load a replay file is we have this list of these orders and the time that they were sent, and we will execute them around the same time when replaying this replay. So in the 23rd second, we'll resolve this order, and then Able will start walking towards these grid coordinates. After 45 seconds, a new order type, it's not really an order, but a new event, I suppose. The unit Tango 1 is destroyed, so we record that so our replays, look and feel like how they actually carried on the battle. And as we issue more orders, they're added to this list, and this list will continue. And basically, as time goes on, we'll be popping off these orders and executing them just as if, they were issued while actually playing the game instead of just viewing a replay. So currently I have a few different order types or events. Maybe I should call it event types. There's set to destination, units can die, and then we also have to signify when the mission can end. So when the mission's over and you get sent back to the menu. Probably in the future I'll have to implement when units arrive at their destination, so they don't, interpolate, so we can interpolate them a bit more correctly than just using set destination. And also probably encode hit points when they take damage. But that'll be for future. So right now, these three here, the implemented ones, work just fine for replays. A few other things are shown in the replay file or saved. We have to save the level name so we can load it, the proper scene. We save the date and time that the replay actually occurred. Of course, the order list that I was just talking about, and the outcome of whether or not the player won or lost. If I were to implement multiplayer, of course, the outcome will have to be a bit more complex than that, as which player won and which players have lost. Maybe some score as well. All right. So this is what's stored inside a replay file, and this information gets serialized, saved to your computer, and then later at our convenience we can deserialize it and load it back into our game. If you look at the file in a text editor, it mostly looks like just null bytes. It doesn't look very interesting. So let's actually see it in action. So here I'm going to, a while ago I played a game. Let's reload that replay. Alright, we can tell that this is a replay because I can actually see where my units are. And we can see in this mission, these are orders. I'm not playing the game at all. This is what happened. So we can see, I'm just going to slow it down a little. We can see that I ordered Charlie to move to this hill, and I moved Able to this town, and Baker to this other town. And if we zoom in a little bit more, we can see that I've added some nice little replay information here. We can see the name of a company, how much hit points they have, and what their current defense value is. And if we look down here, we can see the two enemy companies moving down their roads. I can also draw and do the usual stuff, but, just for your convenience if you want to do that. So, again, I issued those orders. They happen at the right moment. And let's increase the game speed because it can get a little bit slow. We can change the game speed up here. Pretty soon we'll see that Charlie will spot the enemies moving down the road, and here we can see their radio messages coming over. And because of that information, I saw that Tango 2, the larger enemy company, was heading towards this town, so I decided to send my dog company up to assist Baker there, and that the Tango 1 here is a smaller company. If you'll notice, they have fewer hit points or fewer men in their battalion. And they'll be heading down to this town. So there's basically 2 attacks going on here. All right. So let's speed things back up a little bit and get it on way. We'll speed it up just a little bit more. And there we go. They're about to engage the enemy, and we'll put on normal speed. I'm going to erase those annoying lines I put there. I also had during the replay a pretty nice feature. I think it looks pretty nice. You can see these little bullet particles flying about, as the enemies are fighting each other. So we can see these little yellow bullets, and when they die, I have a sub-emitter that emits these little puffs of smoke. These bullets also have little tracers, so blue tracers for our guys, red tracers for the enemy. I think it looks kind of a cool effect. It looks a little bit like lasers. That's okay though. And if we look down here, the Tango 1 still hasn't made it yet. So I'm going to increase the speed, and as we watch the fight, we can see Tango 2 is not having a good day. They're under a lot of fire from 2 different companies. They're taking a lot of damage there, so they're definitely not going to be able to proceed. So let's just erase some of this stuff so you can see it. And there we go. And now Abel's engaging Tango 1. And again, Abel should handily be able to defeat Tango 1. We can see that Abel's ignores 80% of the incoming damage because they're in a town, and Tango 1 has no such defense, and so they're not going to have a very good day. Aren't going to be able to do too well. So if we just speed things up a little, we should see. There we go. I think that one ended a little bit early. That guy died, but that's okay. Still a few little bugs to wrinkle out there. So that's the idea of replays. It's just these list of orders and the time they were sent, and then they're resolved in the replay when replaying the file. Well, thanks for tuning in. See you next time.